Hello again and welcome to our Facecast for today. It's the Tuesday of Holy Week or Easter week. This is a reading from Luke's Gospel, chapter 20, verse 17. It says, Jesus looked at them and asked, "Then what is the meaning of that which is written? The stone the builders rejected has become the capstone." Jesus looked at them directly and asked. Them, in this sense, is the Jewish leaders and the authorities in that town in Jerusalem, which he had entered in this last week of his life on earth. They're accusing him, wanting to trap him and get rid of him, really. And they're accusing him of different things. And so he looks at them and says this strange thing: the stone the builders rejected has become the capstone. Now, anybody in the Jewish faith, anybody who knew anything about Scripture would know that way back in the Psalms, that's part of the Jewish scriptures from the Old Testament that they would know and have read. The Psalms were poems and songs that the people would know, maybe off their hearts back to front, but they certainly know certain sections of them, and this was an important part. It was talking about the king being rejected and the king who was being ignored and pushed aside. And that king became all important. The capstone was the centerpiece of a piece of an archway which held everything else in place. So it became ever important. And of course, he's talking about himself here, saying that he is the capstone that's about to be rejected, and yet he is all important. And in saying this and other things that you'll read in that passage and around there, he's really confounding his critics. He's really trying to point out to them that they do not understand the importance of what's happening. They're seeing things only on a superficial level, an earthly level. He's dealing with things from a heavenly perspective, a divine perspective, an eternal perspective. And he's saying to them, what you're about to do, you don't realize how important that is, but in doing it, you will create the very thing that you're trying to stop. There will be a new movement, the life of the Christian church, Christian because you are following me, the Christ, and it will serve the whole world, not just your little province here in Jerusalem, but the whole world. The stone that you're about to reject, me, he's saying, will become all important in this world of ours. He knew that was going to happen, they didn't. And yet the whole plan had to go forward. Read around that passage in that chapter 20 of Luke's Gospel. Read around it and see some of the other things that he says that confound them. They're asking him, what authority do you have to do these things? And instead of telling them straight away, he asks them a question: what authority does anybody have? What authority do you have? And they have to puzzle at what he's saying and try and figure it out. He's saying to them, think deeply about these things, because this is going to be a changing point in the whole of world history. I'm not going to give you glib answers. I want you to think about all that's going on at the moment, all that is happening. And of course, we're in a situation today as we prepare for Easter, this COVID-19 lockdown, which is an unusual, a strange situation. And we should think clearly and carefully about all that is happening, about what it means, what different things mean to us, where the important things in life are and who they are. And maybe it would make some difference. It will make some difference to how we see things, our perspective on life. Maybe it will cause us to change our thinking on some things. Read that passage. Part of our church website readings for this week is that passage. You can look them up and find other readings for different days. There are some questions posed on the website to get you thinking about this and other things. Have a look at those things. Take the opportunity this week. It might never come around again. Take the opportunity to step aside from the day-to-day and look at the eternal. Bye for now.